Would this year's valedictorian, Ulysses Levi Loughlin, please come to the stage? The valedictorian was selected by his peers as someone who not only represents the spirit of the grad class, but who also has achieved a high level of academic success. Levi received coaching on his speech from Mrs. Reimer and Mrs. Oliver.
Parents, teachers, honorable guests, and fellow graduates, we are here today to mark an important rite of passage, graduation. For 12 years, Monday to Friday, for the better part of every year, we have been up at 7 a.m. to be at school at 8:30, give or take, and go home at around 3. And tonight, that is all over. "12 years of our lives just done. And what do we have to show for it? Well, quite a lot if you ask me. You know, if you told me 12 years ago, or even just 5 years ago, that I would be the valedictorian, I would look you right in the eyes and say, "Valid a what?" And that's assuming I would have said anything at all. Back then, I was a very different person. We were all different people. Moreover, we had just started our high school careers. And no matter how excited we seemed, we were all nervous deep down. I am happy to say, however, that I have changed a lot over the years. We all have. We have grown together, like an ant farm. Like ants, many of us carry much more weight on our shoulders than it looks like we should be able to, but we carry on. No matter how hard it got or how dark it was, we carried on. I like to believe the reason we grew so much and the reason we carried on was one and the same, because we were not alone. There was always someone we could turn to when everything was too much. And it's thanks to those people and those experiences that we are who we are today. I would not ever want to relive the worst times in my life, but I also wouldn't change them, because I am proud of who I am. Moreover, I am proud of who I grew up with, and I am proud to see each and every one of you here today. It is bittersweet, really. We will not be together like this for a longer time than much of us want to acknowledge. Imagine a year from now. We will all be in very different places. Some of us will go on to faraway places, like Burnaby. And some of us will go on to scary places, like America. Some of us will not come back to Old T-Town. But thanks to the internet and cellular telephones, we'll never be especially far apart either. But it doesn't really compare to being right here, right now, and looking out at all of the familiar faces and recalling any number of joyful memories. And it's those memories that I'm going to take with me wherever I go. Memories like the grad boat cruise, rapping and writing class, and the grad car rally. However, I'm not the only one who has memories. Furthermore, this was quite an eventful year, for our sports teams in particular. Our senior boys football team, who went undefeated all the way to the AA provincial title. Our senior girls volleyball team, who won the quadruple A provincial title on the same day the boys won their championship. And who could forget our senior boys rugby team? I'm proud to say I was on that team, and I'm proud to say we won. Twice. There is also the music program that, as I understand, brought home all sorts of awards from their New York trip. All of these things have happened just this year, and we have barely scratched the surface on all of the amazing things that have happened since first stepping through the doors of SDSS. Personally, I could go on and on for hours about all of the little memories that have made these the best 5 years of my life. Although, for time's sake, I will not. Moreover, I cannot in good conscience tell some of these stories in front of my parents. Well, maybe just one. There was a time as early as recent 2012 that I thought not only would I not make it here, I thought that I should not make it here. Quite simply, I thought I wasn't good enough to stand side by side with the people that I'm graduating with today. We have all felt like we were dragging our friends down at one time or another. But the second we open up to the important people in our lives, something crazy happens. They prove us wrong. They show us just how much our presence and our happiness means to the people in our lives. And they renew our desire to make it through high school and walk across this stage and accept our diploma with the rest of our class. We really do owe everything we are today to each other. I know I would not be here today if it was not for the people in this room. Not to brag, but I think we turned out pretty amazing. However, we were not alone. We grew. And now, I am on this stage that may as well be the top of the world, thanks to all of the wonderful people out there. Of course, we must properly thank our parents, the people to whom we quite literally owe our existence. They have graciously put up with us for our entire lives while we ate their food, put off our homework until tomorrow, and absolutely refused to get out of bed. Parents, we may have made you feel like our chauffeurs or maids from time to time, but we truly appreciate every little thing you have done for us. It would be unfair to say that it was just our friends and family who got us to where we are today. The teachers we had over the years were an integral part of our high school adventure. I have seen my friends accomplish some amazing things thanks to the opportunities our teachers provided. The massive gold haul the music program brought home. The absolutely delicious food prepared by the students in the culinary arts program. And the awesome performances put on by our students in the Equinox Theater. And that is just the electives. My classmates are able to do math that makes my brain stop. They know more about the human body than someone who's been inhabiting one for 18 years. And they still have time to beat me at video games. It's not fair. Starting tomorrow, we are all moving on with our lives. There is no way to tell what the future holds for us, and no way to truly prepare for it. Hopefully, our years at the school have made us ready for anything. But one of these days, something is going to come our way that we have no idea how to handle. Something is going to come along and throw a kink into our perfect plans. So, how do we deal with something like that? There's a quote that has stuck with me for a long time now. I'm not sure who said it first or where I heard it, but I am more than happy to take all the credit. It goes like this. Bad decisions make good stories. Words that I've lived by in recent years. Now, this is not an invitation to run around making bad choices, but rather a reminder. A reminder to take risks, like signing up for the course that has you shaking in your boots, like learning to dance, or living abroad for a while. It doesn't even have to be a big challenge. Taking a risk can be as simple as talking to the pretty girl across the room. And even if it all blows up in your face, at the very least you have a fun story to share with your friends. You never know. It could be the best, worst decision you ever make. It has been a long road getting from grade 8 to 12, and it was not without its hardships. But we surpassed every challenge, and we're stronger for it. And now, it's really all coming to an end, isn't it? I guess it still hasn't really hit me that come September, I won't be getting up at 7 a.m. to go to school at 8:30. At least not with all of you. There are not enough words to describe how much I'm going to miss that, so I'll keep it simple. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being my classmates. Now then, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I proudly present to you the South Delta Secondary School graduating class of 2013. Valedictory out.
Well done. I'll pick this up for you, and you can pick it up in the middle.
Okay, thank you very much.
Are we ready? Here we go. Thank you, Levi, for your inspiring message.